To get around it, just say this is part of the Kombat Africa series. That's as simple as it is. How's it going otherwise?
Not too bad, not too bad. And your side? How's things?
You know what? This lockdown is irritating me now.
Yeah.
But
is it getting to be too much now?
a little bit too much, yeah. You know, you can't do the normal stuff. You can't go for a jog. You can't.
Yeah, the
Cops are
walking out
sweating
spot.
you.
Yeah, like my brother also actually got stopped today, like just going to the store, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Well, I have a feeling that you are selling cigarettes or something," and he was like, "No, I'm not," and like they searched his car and everything, and like it was just like it's just like it's super it's super terrible at the moment.
I mean, there's a lady here in Cape Town. She was walking her dog on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And there were 7 cop cars tailing her.
Wow.
But
Really?
in the
That's
townships, the people are walking around like there's no lockdown.
Really?
But there's not a cop in sight.
Wow. Okay.
So it's just crazy, man. Sickening now. I believe the president is talking at 8:30 tonight, so hopefully the guys in the chat will update us.
Yeah. Just let us know. Yeah, I heard there was supposed to be something today.
Yeah, 8:30. So it normally means at about 10 o'clock it will start because the president always seems to be a bit late.
Yeah. But other than that, how's it going?
Other than that, getting some time for some games that we never played yet, so not complain too much. I got my son here with me, so that always helps.
Yeah, definitely.
And the girlfriend is staying here for the last 2 weeks as well, so
nice. Yeah, no, definitely.
alone.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the most important thing I think is that people are like you tend to feel very lonely because of like you can't socialize or you can't go out and that type of thing, so it's really good to have
life changing.
Yeah, it's really good to have people at home with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Our first match, just let everybody know the matches for me there, caller, while I'll start inviting. Yeah, we live.
Okay, so welcome everyone. I hope you guys are tuned in for some real awesome MK action. Once again, this is part of the Kombat Africa series brought to you by FGC Africa, hosted by Shokan.
And
Brandon,
of course,
welcome.
caller. Thank you.
And myself, Charlie Wolf. So guys, welcome and thank you for joining us. We've got some awesome action tonight, starting off with one of SA's favorite in FTS, Parasurama. Going up against SNK Saitama from Zimbabwe, I believe it is.
Yes.
That will be a 1-to-5 match, and the moment that match is finished, we'll then go on to the second match, which is between Frosh from Zambia, who we saw in a previous edition of the Kombat Africa series, going up against somebody that is new to me, Brandon, in Rashi 212 from South Africa. I've never seen or heard of Rashi yet, so I'm looking quite forward to seeing what he's going to bring to the table.
I haven't seen much of him myself either, caller, I must say. I think initially during the beginning of the game's lifespan, I think he used to play quite a bit, and then up until like that time, I don't think I've seen much of him. So that's sure to be like exciting. It's always fun to see new players.
Absolutely,
definitely.
And then of course we've got I think somebody who's probably on the tip of everybody's lips right now, and that is AI Killjoy, who's just been, I think, performing over and above his own expectations in the last couple of weeks.
Definitely.
Taking down Mr. 5000, not just once, but on 2 separate occasions. Going up against another one of Zambia's boys in Dexter Fury. I do know quite a bit about Dexter Fury, as he plays on both the PS4 as well as the PC circuit.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And
play on both.
He is extremely strong. He's got quite a number of characters, and obviously he's going to be put to the test tonight, going up against one of Africa's finest in AI Killjoy. So it's going to be an action-packed night, guys. Please keep the chat going, keep the chat live, keep the chat. Just keep your comments going in the chat. And what we'll do from our side is to bring you probably 3 of the most exciting Mortal Kombat matches you will probably ever see on the Africa circuit.
And how much have you heard about SNK Saitama? Color?
I not too
Have you heard
much.
much about him?
Not too much. In fact, it was about last week where we had Dexter Fury taking on another one of Zimbabwe's boys in FGS, Tanashi,
Okay.
who goes all the way back to MKX days as well.
Yes, yes, I remember. I heard a little bit of the history behind FTS, and you know.
Yeah, and it was quite nice to see all the Zimbabwe boys coming into the chat and getting involved. So I think based on what happened last week, we're probably starting to see a bit of more of the Zimbabwean representation in the Kombat Africa series. So I'm looking quite forward to seeing what Saitama is going to do against Parasurama. And hopefully it's not going to be the last time that we're going to see Mr. SNK, because I think that, something like Kombat Africa series, this gives people in Africa a platform to showcase their talents. And then we, as you know, Brandon, we're going to be doing this quite often. So
Yeah. I mean,
if there's a spot and Mr. Saitama is available,
why not? Why not? You know,
why
the
not?
the point of this, like we always say, is the exposure, and just getting people to know what Africa is about, and the players we have and the skill that there is over here.
Absolutely.
So definitely, always exciting to see. Oh shit! I don't think I've sent you an invite, hey caller. My bad. Let me just quickly go AFK here.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. That's my bad on the name there. I hadn't changed it from the last time that I helped. Are you appearing offline, caller?
Yeah, I'm appearing offline, yeah, so.
Okay. We'll just tell them, okay, they're gone AFK because they are waiting for you, so that's good.
Cool. Looking really forward to seeing Parasurama. Last week, Brandon, I'm not sure if you saw his match against.
Yes, I did.
Last week.
Against Nevermore, I believe it was. Is that right?
Yes. And the game went down to the wire.
Yeah, definitely went all the way. It was very exciting to watch, and the little history of for the Shaolin things. That was also pretty. That was cool. I hadn't known that you guys go that far back on PC and stuff, so that was also pretty cool to hear about.
I mean, the FTS thing I've actually learned about probably as soon as you learned about it.
Oh,
Last
okay,
week was the
okay.
first time I actually got to know about it. But I mean, during the MKX days, there were so many players with the prefix of FTS, and I always had the question, what does FTS stand for? And never quite got an answer until it was last week, I think, where I realized, it stands for the Shaolin. And there was another group there, FTG, and I realized based on last week's information that it stands for Frame Trap Gods.
Yeah.
Even though Mortal Kombat has been played for years now, I mean, we're still continuing to learn something new just about every single day. So I think that's what makes the game fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool to hear that people go way back. It seems you got in a match with SNK Saitama, so we'll just kind of let you throw that game.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It didn't give me a chance to even go AFK now, so.
Yeah, I think SNK Saitama thought it was gonna start officially. So he was just he waited a little while, and then I think when you hadn't shown up, he wasn't quite sure. So, if you guys could be so kind to message FGC Africa or something, and just let him know that he must just.
I wonder if I should just leave so that you can get the game started, and while the game is, or just before the game is about to start, just send me another invite.
And then you might not have visuals on there, so that's the thing there. Yeah, I think rather just.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Saitama can just. I think he's got the message now.
My boy Jody Pulsar in chat saying FTG boys, let's go. That's what's up, buddy. What's good, everybody? How you guys doing? Some random guy says Pog champ. Poggers, buddy, Poggers. Well done to FGC Africa, the coordinators, hosts / commentators / players. Hype matches to come. Get that popcorn 100% AK Slay triple free. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Okay, so
nice to see
Saitama making quick work over here. So I see Para's also gone out of AFK now,
That's
so
right,
I'll go
yeah.
into AFK immediately and we can get the first match of the evening officially underway, guys. Apologies for that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about what's to come
Me too.
tonight.
100%. Me too. Do you have any hot takes for us, Scholar, on who you think's gonna take this, or the matchup we're gonna see?
Well, like I say, I don't know. I haven't seen anything of SNK Saitama, so I mean, you know, naturally, if I were a betting man, my bet would go in Parasurama's favor.
Okay.
But you know, with us not having seen Saitama play before, there's obviously the element of surprise. So I don't think that Parasurama is going to take anything for granted here. I think anybody who comes onto FGC Africa and showcases their talent brings something to the table. And I don't think it's going to be any different tonight. But being an SA boy, you know,
gotta root for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think there's going to be an awesome match. We've got Sub-Zero against Liu Kang here. Liu Kang, obviously somebody at Parasurama plays often.
Always been a loyalist, eh? Liu Kang since the beginning.
For the Shaolin.
Okay, guys, first match is underway. Some folks here just feeling each other out, I suppose. Nice little 1-2 there by Para, just spacing out very nicely there. Oh, nice confirm there into a bicycle kick. 1-2 staggers there, forward 4 staggers, down 4, and gets the mix-up color. I guess that's one thing to be terrified about, hey, especially online when it comes to Dead of Winter Sub-Zero, is that you always know that overhead is coming sooner or later, eh?
And it's very difficult to react to it, especially like you say online. But you know, the early stages of this first round, I think Saitama's just been a little bit hesitant. Probably just the occasion probably still getting to him, but it's quite clear that he knows exactly what Sub-Zero is all about. And you know, just as I say that, something comes out and he could find himself actually ending up taking this first round then.
Yeah, I see that. Very nice confirm into the fatal blow there. Left with a little bit of health as Para there, but just goes for some pokes. And if Saitama gives up his turn here, it's gonna be okay. Nice jump in there by Parasurama just to close out that round.
I think both players at the end of the day showing a little bit of hesitancy. They're just getting into the full swing of things there, Brandon. So I think as the set goes on, I think we'll see both players start to become a bit more used to the matchup. Probably just getting used to the occasion as well. Obviously, if this is the first time that SNK Saitama is going to be here, I can understand there might just be a little bit of nerves.
Definitely. I mean, we've all experienced it when it comes to playing on stream and that type of thing. Definitely nerves are a factor, 100%. Oh, and just goes in with the flying kick, and the first round goes to Parasurama. And he takes that with Kang. So it's very interesting because this particular matchup, I wouldn't say it's in anybody's favor, like in terms of the matchup, but it's definitely it's not easy to take those trades there for Sub-Zero. You know, when you kind of just throwing fireballs and he throws out an ice ball, and I mean you get a full combo. You know, so you can see Para's not relying too much on the zoning, which is a great adaptation on his part as well.
Well, it was quite interesting to see during the match that I threw that Saitama actually went directly for a Devourer pick. So, I mean, obviously being a Devourer player, it would be quite interesting to see if he's going to pull out a Devourer before the end of the set. He's gone for the Johnny Cage pick. I'm not sure if he's gone for the Seichis. Okay, so he's gone for the Showstopper variation.
So we probably will see a nice little comeback factor here in this variation, and like the confirms and that kind of thing in this variation also very good. And also the fireball pressure, I think, will be a thing in this particular matchup. So that's going to be interesting. I personally think that Liu Kang loses this matchup. He doesn't do particularly well in it. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, there you see already Para already going to the zoning here as soon as the change from SNK Saitama here. So the zoning definitely going to be a thing here.
And just as you were speaking there, Brandon, that fireball pressure that you were speaking about, these fireballs that Johnny Cage throws are extremely quick. Almost surprisingly so.
Very difficult to react to. Definitely.
Absolutely. So I think both these players just comfortable with a bit of zoning here. Para eventually getting a bit impatient and going in. Pays off though. Oh, what a great anti-air.
Very nicely done there by SNK Saitama. Good reactions on his part there. There we go, plus frames as we were speaking about a little bit earlier, Color.
Throw tick there as well. So, you know, Saitama's now gone down, well, just about three rounds in a row now, but he's definitely showing signs that he knows exactly what these characters are all about.
Yeah, I would say it's far from over. I mean, you know, like it's very early still in the set. I mean, it looks like Para's doing very well at this point, but I mean, it's definitely far from over. Oh, and just mashing there. I love that exchange, you know, that we see in MK11 so much, you know, the poke system being so strong in this game. Wake up there from SNK Saitama and confirms into a double force ball. Unfortunately, court pressing buttons are not blocking, and Para's gonna close it out with a bicycle kick KB. So that's gonna be 2 up to Parasurama here.
You know, in fairness to Parasurama, he's making it look rather comfortable at this stage. 2 really strong showings so far in the first 2 matches. So, you know, in double quick time, Saitama finds himself 2 games down, and he's probably got something to think about now. I've seen, I think it was Dead of Winter Sub-Zero being picked. I've seen Showstopper Johnny Cage. Both that didn't seem like the most effective against Parasurama. So I wonder if he's going to stick or if he's going to just use his opportunity to try a few of the other characters. Well, he's stuck to Johnny Cage. So he obviously has more belief in Johnny Cage than what he did in the Sub-Zero pick, but he is a bit... I thought he was going to change his mind at the last minute there. But it seems to be Liu Kang versus Johnny Cage again. So it's going to be quite interesting if he's going to do anything a bit differently here this time, because... like I said, not taking anything away from Parasurama, he was extremely comfortable in those first 2 games. So
definitely,
I
mean,
he's going to have to do something a little bit different to find himself getting back into this.
Definitely, I agree. I mean, I think it's fair to say that a lot of people have dealt with Johnny Cage. You know, him being a top tier, and also Para's doing really well. You know, considering how good this character is. And where he sits on the tier list, but I think everybody's kind of just ready for Johnny at this point in the game, you know?
I think you're 100% there. I must be honest with you though, in my experience at least, the majority of the Johnny Cage players that I do face still tend to go for the outtake variation. So it's actually, you know, it kind of excites me when I see somebody who's actually knowledgeable on how to play the Showstopper variation, who I think over time has become a bit more popular than what he was in the early stages of Mortal Kombat Universe.
Definitely. Nice confirm there by SNK Saitama, putting Parasurama in the corner, and a low fireball goes unpunished there by SNK Saitama, and the Say Cheese comes out on block, and he punishes that with a throw. Oh, just some poke exchanges here. You see Para just checking all those highs coming in from Johnny Cage there, and the first round goes to Parasurama.
Round 2, fight.
If he enhances twice here. Yes, that's right. So I believe he has the KB on deck here, Color.
I wasn't counting in that first round, but I think he must have got at least one amplified in that first round. So yeah, you're probably right. Next bicycle kick is probably going to do a big chunk of damage, and I think it's about to come out right now. 350 on board, and Para looking like he's going to close out this game number 3 fairly shortly as well.
Para looking so strong at the moment here. I mean, it's not over just yet. We know the comeback factor that this variation, like you were saying, Showstopper has, you know, with the throwing shades KB there. So it's never over for Johnny Cage, you know, at this point. And there we go. Nice confirm there. Is he gonna confirm that? He uses his fatal blow to close out round number 1. Now I don't know about the choice there to do that call. I don't know if I would have spent the KB there or you know, just close it out with the fatal blow, because now he doesn't have access to that anymore. So no crushing blow on the throwing shades. But I guess, you know, anything to secure it, you gotta spend that cash, you know, when it comes to closing out a round.
In his situation where he's at right now, he probably needed that, you know, it would probably just give him a bit of a boost. This is essentially his first round that he's taken.
Okay.
So I think he was probably just doing just about anything to just close that round, hopefully get a bit of momentum. But unfortunately, it seems to be backfiring because Para's kind of being a bit brutal in this third round here. I mean, I think he's on like something like 35% health now. He's Saitama,
that's exactly right there, Color. It's very interesting to see a Liu Kang playstyle like this, because you know, you kind of just want to see Liu Kang rush down, but he's playing it very smart in the sense that he goes for the zoning and he comes in, you know, just to be unpredictable there. So very clever playstyle here from Para. Very interesting. Not many Liu Kangs you'll see.
One thing I do know, having played Para so many times on both PS4 and PC, Brandon, is that he is extremely patient.
Definitely, and we see it there, you know. Things could have went down really bad there for Para, but just being super patient, waiting his turn, and he takes that one out with a nice chunky combo there, 460 damage.
Yeah, 460.
Some big boy damage, Color.
not a bad way to finish game number 3 there.
Definitely.
So he must be feeling extremely comfortable right now, Parasurama, and you know, in fairness, SNK Saitama, this was probably the closest match we've seen thus far out of the 3 that have been played already. He was probably one combo away from actually taking that match himself, so not out of it by any stretch of the imagination yet, but definitely with a bit of a mountain to climb just to catch up to where Parasurama is right now. 3 games up. He's got some homework to do, and maybe just take some time to think here before he goes to the next character pick.
I mean, it's definitely looking like Para's in full control here, hey? So this is very interesting, Color. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing the Devora pick on screen right now? Let's go.
And I think he's gone for the buzzed variation, so he's going to hopefully set up a few of these bug traps, bug setups. Doesn't have access to the forward throw crushing blow, which is accessible in the arachnophobia variation, but
also you lose that, hey? You lose that if you don't
you lose that, but you've got the bug setups, you've got the air projectiles, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. So he can definitely control space. Problem is Liu Kang's got a very strong zoning game, and the border, in this variation at least, doesn't fare too well against zoners.
Oh, very nice to read there on the wake up roll by Para, just throwing him backwards there. Nice confirm into bicycle kicks there. I believe that's 2 enhanced now, Color. So just one more and he's gonna have KB there on deck as well. And he goes down 1 into Fireball. I don't think I've seen that before, eh, Color?
No.
Very interesting here by Para.
Round 2, fight!
You know, when I saw Saitama go for the Devora pick, I was hoping to see some of the shenanigans that Devora is so known for. And I mean, I'm sure anybody who's seen Sonic Fox's videos in the time when he played Devora, she's got so many setups.
Her set play is definitely one of the best in the game, without a doubt.
Absolutely. And she can be an absolute nightmare for just about any opponent. Unfortunately, we're not seeing too much of that coming out at the moment, at least from SNK Saitama. So, you know, in the arachnophobia variation, that zoning wouldn't be an option for Parasurama because that teleport is so lightning fast.
Definitely would have made him think a lot about the zoning. But I can see here that that SNK Saitama is trying to get something going here and jumps out Parasurama, just not afraid of the setups, just takes his turn back in with the staggers, forward throw now. Very nice here. Para has him in a very
Finisher.
nice little amplified low fireball there just to keep his turn, and this one is looking like it's all Para, guys. This is kind of ridiculous right now.
Well, like I said, you know, the first two matches already gave it away. He's extremely comfortable, and yes, he had a bit of an uphill, I wouldn't call it an uphill battle, but more of a struggle in that game number 3. It went down to 3 rounds, but coming out on top there as well, and again making light work of the border pick. So
yeah, you
don't
have
know,
to question at this point who Saitama is gonna want to go for next, and that I believe is the right choice to go for Johnny there.
I would have answered that exactly the same now. Johnny, all the way, just based on what we've seen in these 4 games thus far, Brandon. And you know, if Saitama can maybe just get the first round on the board, it will maybe just give him a bit of momentum to say, you know what, I can actually take this game here. But the way Para's been playing this evening so far, it's going to be a tough task for him.
Definitely, I agree. Nice confirm there into double amplified bicycle kick there by Para. Just cancelling that stance there, just to show a little bit of diversity in his pressure there. Very interesting.
Down 4, probably one of Johnny Cage's strongest tools there.
Definitely. Oh, and another amplified bicycle kick there. So this means that Para is gonna have his bicycle kick on lockdown already in the first round, which you know, it's a very strong crushing blow in the fact that, you know, you have that little bit to close out rounds, you know, with that nice chunky 350 that you get off it generally in the 1-2-3 conversion. So that already being loaded, that makes Kang very scary. You know, once he has that bicycle kick KB, then you want to be careful. You know, if you get opened up, it's a problem. And here we see it, you know. And he amplifies again, not opting to spin it just yet, hey caller. Oh, and as I say that,
and there's the 350 you were talking about. Probably another 215 or so. And I think this is about as GG's as we'll see for the evening, Brandon. Unfortunately, Saitama just falling a little bit short here. Still living.
He's still alive. You know, like I say with Showstopper, it's never over. You know, the comeback factor on Johnny Cage is crazy. Oh, he cancels into a backdash there. Very interesting from SNK Saitama. But that one is gonna go to Parasurama, guys. Tell me about that match, Carlo. What did you think?
Yeah, no, that was probably one of the most one-sided sets that we've seen on the FGC Africa, the Kombat Africa series. But you know what? In all fairness, big shout out to SNK Saitama for coming to the party, for agreeing, for showing respect as we see here on screen now as well. A big up to him for just coming to the party and, you know, just showing that, you know what, I'm going to try and take part and participate in this FGC Africa. It's something that he's obviously interested in. And I'm sure that maybe the level of competition that he's facing now is going to tell him, you know what, maybe he just needs to go back to the lab, just work out a couple of more things, and who knows, in the very near future, we might see a stronger SNK Saitama coming back into the Kombat Africa series.
Definitely. You know, one thing is that the point of this, you know, is to get more people involved, to get more people inspired, and wanting to, you know, the fact that people keep saying the game is dead, blah blah blah. You know, we hear those things every single day, Carlo, and we just like, look, like Africa is we on a sleep, and we have like a bunch of good players, and the game is not dead by any means, you know. So
far from it.
Definitely. So I mean, like you come in here, you know, and you play your first to 5 or whatever. The point is, like, you tried to do well, you know, and this is supposed to be one of those things that, okay, I did lose, but I can get better, you know. That's the thing here.
No, absolutely. And I mean, you know, last week was actually a typical example of that. We had the Atrocity versus X-Ray run back, with X-Ray
That was
taking
that
the
was very
first.
hype as well. I must
It
say,
was
I must say,
fantastic because
Atrocity
X-Ray,
definitely he does his work, he does his homework, and he's ever ready. So it
no,
was very interesting
absolutely.
to see.
Still coming short, but I mean, from 10-2, which was the first set score, to taking it all the way up to 10-8 last week. I mean, that obviously shows that, like you said, he went back, he put in the work. He obviously felt very comfortable and confident going into that. And having spoken to Atrocity just after that set that we saw last week, he was so happy with his performance, even though he went down 10-8. He was so happy with his performance, just knowing that he's improved.
Okay.
And Atrocity. I mean, I spend just about every day on Mortal Kombat on PC playing little sets with the guy. He is a lab monster.
Definitely,
And
definitely. I mean, it was very interesting. I saw a bunch of new characters out of him that I hadn't seen before. Like I think it was Setron, I believe, that I saw him play.
yes, he
Which I
plays
hadn't seen
Cetrion,
before. So that
Quintana
was
as well.
yeah. So I mean, you can see he puts in time to these characters. His mobility is actually ridiculous. One of the
Yeah.
best I've seen in MK11. Like period. Like the way he moves, the wave dashing. He's got the flawless blocks. He's got the anti-airs. Like the
He's got
fundamentals
everything.
is definitely there and on point. So he's definitely somebody I'm looking forward to seeing more of. Definitely somebody who will be very strong. If he
No, for
continues to
sure.
grow at this pace, he will be a force to be reckoned with, without a doubt.
And speaking of forces to be reckoned with, we've already got Frosh 911 in the Koth lobby, just waiting for his opponent, who is Rashi 212. So Frosh, having taken part in the Africa Top or in the Zambian Top 8 tournament that happened a couple of Sundays ago, Brandon.
Okay.
That was in fact the first time I've seen Frosh 911 play. Was very impressed with what I've seen or what I saw on that particular day. Going up against an unknown entity from my perspective in Rashi 212. So, like SNK Saitama, this will probably be the first time I'm seeing Rashi 212. We're just waiting for him to get into the COT lobby. I'm not sure if he's been sent an invitation as yet.
I did send him one, hey. Seems like he's offline, but possibly just hiding his status. I'm not quite sure, but I have sent him an invite. Maybe we just kind of check with our groups here and just see.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I think while we checking that, just to recap on what we've seen in the first game, Brandon. Big up, like I said, big up to SNK Saitama, but an absolutely dominant showing there from FTS Parasurama. Just showing that he's probably one of the strongest players in South Africa.
Definitely,
And definitely
without a doubt.
I can hear myself.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying there? What were you saying there, caller? Sorry, didn't hear you.
Sorry, I'm just listening to myself.
Oh, okay. Are you watching yourself on stream there?
No, there's a bit of an echo. I'm not sure where the echo is coming from, but yeah, I can hear you in the background as well.
Yeah, I can also hear myself. But sometimes I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Skype. Let me just see if the audio is right here. It seems fine.
I think maybe because Frosh's mic is on.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, so if the guys can maybe just turn their mics off. Because the moment I see that mic icon there, I start to hear myself. Okay, I think that should be fine now. Just back to Parasurama, Brandon, just showing once again that he's probably one of South Africa's strongest MK11 players. Plays with such patience. And we saw it
something we don't see too often today as well. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of players, that are very rushed down, especially in the characters that they play. And that was something I mentioned about Parasurama, where he's not afraid to stay back and play a little bit zony or that type of thing. He's very patient in the way he plays, and it's something that you don't see too often in the African community. So like that's fantastic to see. Different play styles, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, I think with MKX, for example, being the first Mortal Kombat that I've played competitively or online at least, obviously that game is very rushdown based. So coming into Mortal Kombat 11, I was just wanting to get into my opponent and just, in their faces all the time. And I think some of us have to learn the hard way. It's not always about, rushing in and trying to get the game done in double quick time. But sometimes, even if it means you're going to let the timer run out to get the victory. And I think that's what MK11 brings more so than what MKX did. Very patient. There's no run function, so you kind of have to work your way in. You have to optimize your movement, as we were talking about Atrocity with his wave dashing forward and backward. So it's very much a different game, but at the end of the day, it's still Mortal Kombat. And, the same fun that we had back in MKX.
100%. I mean,
it's still the
definitely
same.
not as broken, busted, unbalanced characters we used to see in MKX, but it's very cool. I love that the game is very neutral heavy. Where footsies is kind of everything, and if you have those wave dashes and that movement, it just adds so much to your game. It makes a world of difference, and it shows. I mean, people be running at you in this game, and you like it's wave dashing,
Yeah.
So that's pretty ridiculous to see sometimes, especially the clean ones like Atrocity. Shout outs to my boy Rodney K. He says he says I should give him a shout out on stream. What's up, buddy? What's good? I see my boy
Okay, so we're just
Carlisle
waiting
is
for
in as
Rashi.
well. So there's a bit of controversy with Carlisle as well. I'm sure you heard about him, the Xbox god, so to speak, in Africa. I'm sure you've heard of him. There's been some clout around him as well. I see he's here. He's joined us in chat. So that's big shout outs to Carlisle for pulling up to the PS4 community as well. We're kind of waiting for you. When you get a PS4, then you're welcome, buddy. Pull up.
Yes, I see that Alamak is saying that according to Rashi, he's not got an invite yet. So maybe just
so I've sent him a few now. He says it's Rashi 212. Okay. He says
it's always nice to see all these guys in the chat.
Okay.
Mr. Points, somebody. Yeah, you were saying, Brandon.
Sorry to cut you off there, caller, but you said he hadn't received my invite, so sorry, stream, just bear with us. He says he's gonna send us an invite, and then I'll just invite you, caller, before we start things up. We'll just go AFK and just get things rolling again. Sorry about that, hey guys. Sorry for the bits of inconvenience here. Hope you guys aren't too bothered by it.
I don't think they are. I see so many people in the chat now. Panda Bear, I see you there. Zing, Andy Otam, the Kotal Khan player. I've actually watched a couple of your YouTube videos, Andy, showing us how to perfect Kotal Khan. So quite nice to see the boys in Africa with a YouTube channel. And I think his YouTube channel, one of the videos that I saw, Brandon, actually had something like 2,500 views.
Oh, that's fantastic! Big shout outs to Andy Otam. Dude, that's
so
ridiculous.
Keep it going, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen also a bit of his content, and it's fantastic. Like he's got great personality. The content is fantastic. Coming from Africa,
absolutely.
It's wonderful. Like keep doing you guys. Like this is dope. Like you guys have no idea how much like you just putting something out there means.
I mean, I know Panda Bear, for example, has his daily streams now during lockdown. He has his little Combat League streams. Always gets frustrated when he has to wait 10, 20 minutes for an opponent to accept. So the moment I see Panda Bear online, and I'm sure you'll confirm this in the chat, If I see his videos online, I will log on to my PS4, tell him I'll be there in a second. I'll give him a match or two just for the fun of it. So Panda, keep doing what you do.
Definitely. Shoutouts to Panda. Also, like follow all these guys. Like everybody in chat, follow all of these guys. They are doing so much for Africa at the moment. And Yotam, Panda Bear, you know, Charlie Wolf Gaming. Like these guys do the absolute most. Like, so make sure to subscribe. You know, follow them on the socials, do the things. These guys are like incredible, and they're always putting content out there. Also, hashtag the Joker as well. That's Carlisle. So definitely also check his stuff out. He is on Xbox, so might not see too much of him, but definitely any love that any of these guys can get will be very much appreciated.
I see Kevin Lindick in the chat as well. It's the first time I've seen him come to the more recent streams. I believe that's Noob Phantom, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Lindick.
My bad. I'm smoking on stream. Sorry, somebody just said the smoke on stream. my bad. Okay, so we got Rashi in here. I think we're ready to go.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm looking forward to seeing this one again. A new player that I've not seen before. Taking on Frosh 911. Zambia versus South Africa again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what characters are going to be on screen.
I mean, I've seen a little bit of Frosh as well, I believe, just like you say, but not too much. I've seen little bits of him, and I was also very impressed. And we're seeing some bit of character variety here, hey, Color? I mean, not too many characters you see, or not very often seen on stream, or much by like any other community. So this is very cool. We got a Kano versus Oops Cybot matchup here.
And I didn't see the moveset now, but is it the Ripper variation?
I actually didn't see it either, Color. Sorry about that. I guess we'll see together when the game begins.
Okay, Parasurama, I see you in the Koth lobby. If you can just go AFK, please. So we've got the Dark Sabbath Noob Cybot going up against Frosh 911's Ripper Kano.
So you called it there, the Ripper variation. I don't think we see too many of the other variations, Color? From Kano. It's mostly Ripper.
Well, I've got a good friend in the PC community by the name of Alamak. And a very dirty dirtbag. So,
disgusting, I know, right? Very good, actually. Very good. Very unique. We don't see many. So I think shout out to Elmac there as well for playing one of the less played characters as well and doing as well as he does. See a bit of zoning here, Colin?
We have, you know, I was actually watching that first round as we were talking about the characters that we see on screen. Rashi was completely dominant in that first round. And you know, it looks like he's just continuing from where he left off.
A nice
again,
back throw there. Nice. Sorry about that, Colin. I just want to point out the back throw there because he's got that KB loaded up now with Cybot. So this is a very scary situation here for Frosh. Nice punish there on the straight shadow. Oh, and reads the grab and eats it down 2 into a standing 4 into the fatal blow call of the damage here. Oh my god.
And I think the right choice to take that round, use a bit of his resources. He's still, if I'm not mistaken, he's got there's another crushing blow that Kano has, the back 3 I think it is. He still has access to that, which does quite a bit of damage as well as some damage over time, so
okay, some dot damage as well. Oh, very nice there. You see him rolling underneath that fireball there from Noob Cybot. Nice punish there from Frosh.
After taking the L in that first round, Frosh seems to be really just finding himself now, and Kano seems to be doing what Kano does.
Just mixing you up, just getting in there. Oh, and cashes out on some damage here is Rashi. Misses the combo, unfortunately. Oh.
Unfortunately, he didn't believe in that 1-1 into what could have been a 3 into a teleport there, Brandon, but didn't believe he was going to connect, and unfortunately, as a result, gave Frosh the opportunity to, you know, finish off that round with his combo, and Frosh now finding himself, after going down convincingly in that first round, actually finding himself one game up. So good comeback, a good fight back there by Frosh to take that game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, another thing with MK11 as well is because throws are so powerful in this game. You know, like definitely you have to be ready for reads. You know, on down twos and when somebody has that escape failed. You know, when that KB is loaded up, it starts to become a different mind game. You know, and that's like the meta
Absolutely.
of MK11 where grabs are so scary. And it's you got to make a read, you know. It's a 50-50, and Frosh here coming out on top, making the right read there.
Well, speaking of grabs and reads, there's one thing we haven't seen too much of tonight, Brandon, and that's some throw ticks. I think every grab that has gone out has basically landed, so it's going to be quite interesting to see in the next couple of matches if we're going to see some throw ticks tonight, because that's one thing that hasn't happened in abundance tonight, if at all.
I mean, you know, it's definitely not one of those things like in MKX where you had to know how to tech throws, because here you do have other answers, you know. So I wouldn't be too worried about it, I guess. In that sense, from this particular matchup, both these characters have nice cushion blows off their throws. So I don't know. We'll see if they, because I mean, teching is a risk as well, you know, in this game. You can tech the wrong way, and then it becomes much more dangerous. So definitely, definitely a difficult mind game to deal with in MK11.
Rashi just trying to keep his distance here in the second round, not going in too much in the attack, and as I say that, he moves forward, and unfortunately eats a bit of damage as a result, so perhaps the patient game is something that you should just stick to here, Brandon.
I mean, I agree. I mean, if it's not working out close, right, then you feel more comfortable further away from the character. I mean, you know, like, kind of frustrate the player, make them want to come in, you know, and then take advantage of that. Oh, excuse me. Nice confirm there by Rashi, but oh, spins the, I guess, didn't need to, but just close it out to be safe.
Yeah, so it's basically 1-1 now.
I think we've got a match on our hands, Carlo.
I think so. I think, you know, the first game was extremely close. And Rashi came back after going down in that first game, came back in the second game, just stepped it up a notch and actually took it quite convincingly at the end. So it's one game apiece now. And like you say, we've got a game on our hand. Frost showing some respect there, a nice fat 10 just for Rashi's effort. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting first to 5 here, because I think both players look fairly equal in skill level, just based on that first 2 games at least. It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to have a different character pick. No, we're not. We're going to stick to Kano versus Noob Saibot. And Rashi looking quite comfortable with the Dark Sabbath variation, and you know, since they kind of gave the seeing double variation the amplified slide, we've seen less of the Dark Sabbath pick, but still very much alive here as far as Rashi is concerned.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in all honesty, I personally believe the seeing double variation is the superior variation. You know, that slide is just something, it's something else. It's like a really good tool to have as Noob Saibot. But I think if you believe in your whiff punishes, and you know, you capitalize on the hits that you get, the Dark Sabbath is definitely super dangerous.
Especially with the damage that he gives out.
The damage output is ridiculous. This character does probably, if not the highest damage of the game, without crushing blows, you know, and that type of thing. So
yeah,
definitely very scary going up against Dark Sabbath. Oh, and just goes for the Kano ball. Disrespect from Frosh right now, just closing that one out. Jump in. Oh, nice little down one converts there, but Rashi breaks away. Forward throw here from Frosh, just keeping him in this corner. Short hops, Carlo. Tell us about those short hops right now.
Yeah, we started to see things come out now that we haven't seen previously, and as convincing as Noob Saibot was in that second game, I mean, equally so was Frosh in this third game here.
I mean, this is going back and forth. This is going back and forth. Oh, and very nice punish there by by Frosh. Just really good reaction there on the string on block. Sorry. And just punishing very well there with the cannonball. Nicely done there by Frosh.
So, if I'm not mistaken, is Frosh leading Rashi by 2-1?
That's correct, Colo. That is correct.
Alright. Well, we've seen a very close game number 1, a very dominant game number 2, and an equally dominant game number 3. Gee whiz, it's tough to say if we're going to see a same character being brought out again because...
I mean, it looks like they're just kind of sticking to their guns, eh, Colo? It looks like...
they're hardly even thinking about it. They're just going straight into the action.
Rashi just going back in with Black Sabbath.
I am Johnny's complete lack.
You know what I have seen while we're waiting for this game number 4 to start up? I just want to send a shout out to one Jody Paulse and to find out from him why is he not part of MK11.
Please ask him, Colo. Jody, you better answer in chat, buddy. What happened, bro? Your fellow Ketonian there. You gotta inspire him, Colo. You gotta get him back in the scene.
I'm trying, but hardly see you online nowadays, Jody. So, Frosh, looking the strong of the two in this early exchanges.
Oh, I'm just so confident is Frosh, like in his reads of the throw grabs, if you notice there. He's just so, like, he's ready to down 2 there. Whenever we see Rashi go for a throw, he's just ready. Down 2 is on deck.
Round 2, fight.
A bit untied in this opening, but he gets the crushing blow. 310 damage to start of the second round, Brandon, and doing, I think, what he needs to do to hopefully get himself back into this game because he's gone down in the first round. Trying to fight back here, but Kano presenting quite a few problems for Rashi at the moment.
Just this pressure from Frosh right now is just really solid. Just, you know, being super aggressive with Kano here is just working out really well, and Rashi doesn't know what to do about it. One stagger there, and Rashi just disrespects that, goes for another back throw. Oh, and throws a shadow, but on wake up he does the fatal blow. Frosh looking to be in a good position, I think, to close this round out. What do you think here, Kala?
Not gonna kill, but
oh, okay.
Like I said, probably just one string away
one
from
hit, eh?
Going down 3-1. Bringing out the fatality, just maybe sending a message in the middle of the set here, Brandon.
We love the disrespect here. We love the disrespect. Let's go. And one of my favorite fatalities as well in this game, eh? Definitely one of the better ones in MK11.
That's typical of Kano.
Yeah. Yeah. I think such a good display of the character and his personality, you know, just it comes across so Kano. Like this specific fatality. Very nice. Nicely done by NRS there.
This Kano probably more so than any other Kano reminds me the most of the Mortal Kombat 1 movie back in 1995. That Kano that we saw there, I think it was the first time that Kano decided to be Australian. But this is probably the closest depiction of that particular Kano here in Mortal Kombat 11.
Moby Ghost. Rat bastard.
Parasurama says this is a great matchup. I agree 100%. I think we are definitely being entertained right now. 100%. This match could go either way.
3-1 as things stand now to Frosh 911, and we still got the Noob Cybot pick.
Round 1, fight.
I don't know. Noob's gonna have to do something just a little bit different to what he did. Start off the bat with a nice 225 combo.
Oh, and throws that interactable. I don't know if you noticed, Kalo, but the interactables in MK11 are not as overpowered as they were in MKX, eh? No, so just yeah, even when they woof and that type of thing, it's very terrible in this game. 113 into a portal confirmed there. Nice juicy combo there from Rashi. 360 damage combo there. Nice punish there by Rashi. Maybe catching on to a little bit of the Kano ball shenanigans here. Oh, it tries to confirm into a fatal blow. Perfect breakaway. Sorry about that comment.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly what I was going to say now. Perfect opportunity to break away. Kano whiffs the fatal blow and Rashi gets his name on the score sheet.
And just a lot cleaner here I'm seeing from Rashi, eh? He's playing a lot more solid, taking his turns really well. The 1-1 confirmed there into a portal, leaves him standing, goes for the portal ender. 320 damage there by Rashi.
Yeah, so typical of Noob Saibot in this particular variation.
Must say,
this might close it.
yeah. I'm not sure why he didn't spin that. Maybe he didn't have the bar. I wasn't quite watching their color.
I think the bar was just about filling up, so it probably just missed. But be that as it may, he's closed off that game and he finds himself just one game behind now. Like you said at the start of the set, Brandon, we have a match here.
Definitely. I think this could go either way.
Fatality soon, says Panda Bear.
So who you guys got in chat? You guys got Rashi? Or do you guys got Frosh? Let us know.
Parasurama says Bian is in there now.
Mr. Emo.
It's always nice to see the guys, even after just playing a set, just switching off their PlayStation, logging onto YouTube and getting active in
checking
the chat
onto
as well.
the stream. Yeah, definitely. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you guys so much.
AI Cortex says, Frosh, please block. Come on, Rashi says Leon Agu. Obviously, we can see who Leon is rooting for here.
Let's go. Let's get hype in chat there, guys.
Bugger off, mate.
Bugger off, mate, says Kano.
Oh.
Straight with the back two.
Nice mid there that I think is very underutilized by a lot of Saibot players. So very nice to see that coming out from Rashi there. Just to get that respect, of having that great mid. Always such a good tool.
Unfortunately, getting clipped there by the low. Kano finds himself basically on level terms in terms of life here, Brandon, and without any defensive bar, gonna get a bit of a life lead here. Puts Noob into fatal blow territory though.
And just goes in for like very good meaty there by Frosh, just closing that first round out there.
Round 2. Fight.
Right off the bat, 225 damage.
Nice back throw there from Rashi, just putting him towards the corner again.
I'm not sure if I saw escape fail there. I don't think so. So I think we're still good for this game to do some damage here. We're gonna see a breakaway here, surely.
Yeah, as you called it there, Carlo. It's just the damage is too much. It's too intimidating to not break away from Saibot. I think you kind of you have to have that on deck. Every time he hits you, you gotta have breakaway or you're gonna eat a lot of damage.
Well, the thing for Noob Saibot right now is that Kano doesn't have he doesn't have a breakaway at the moment, and he's gonna eat some serious damage here, unfortunately.
Oh, very nicely done.
79 damage of one bar, no crushing blow. I mean, that's Noob Saibot for you guys.
Oh, a back two into a down two. How about those conversions, guys?
You know what? If it works, eh?
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, and I see Frosh just not punishing that string there by Noob on block. I think he can with Kano Ball, but seems like it's not going to even be an issue here. Goes for chip, but unfortunately not enough to get rid of Lost Breath. And Frosh as the Kano player just wants to jump up, get that Kano Ball in again, and it's GG's. What is the score here?
4-2, I think it is in Frosh's favor now.
In Frosh's favor, eh?
Yeah, 4-2 it is. Zaza, WTF, that was a KB. Not sure what sequence he was referring to there. Zingani seems to agree with him. That should have been a crushing blow. Jody, I can see you. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to repeat myself. You know, we're all waiting.
Moby Ghost.
Put up or shut up, Jody. Just saying. Just saying.
Jody will be back.
You see my boat.
I think the fact that he's watching these YouTube streams, he's obviously in a mood for some Mortal Kombat 11. It's only a matter of time, Brandon, before we see Jody don that PlayStation DualShock controller and ask somebody for matches very soon. I can almost guarantee that right now.
I'm betting on that as well. Jody
so
says, "Oh, that's sick." Brandon be laughing and giggling, bro. Cigarettes are life, like just saying.
I'm not sure if you noticed this, but Rashi is getting clipped quite often by the, I think it's the 2-4 string that Kano has with the 2 being the low. I think crosses about 3-4-3 with that string now clipping the noob Cybot, and unfortunately it's something that Rashi is going to have to be aware of going forward. Doing quite well in this first round here though, Brandon, and it's going to do really well to just close out this round, even if it means a couple of meshes to get the round, get the job done.
You know, it's one of those things as well in MK11 where you just gotta like make people respect you, and however you get that respect, it's up to you. You know, if mashing works,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Hey.
It works. Yeah, see, he's blocked the low this time.
Seems we could be getting an adaptation here from Rashi, which is great.
I just want to second what you were saying earlier on about that back one string that Cybot has a very quick mid-range attack there that Rashi seems to be using quite often and quite well. A great read there on the grab.
Ooh. Nice wake up there.
That I've seen there
maybe he's gonna perform a fatal blow. Ooh. So this one's gonna go to Frosh. Yeah, definitely. That one's going to Frosh. I mean, you know, like we say, you know, especially if you're one round down and it comes down to the situation where you have to spend your fatal blow. I mean, why not, right? Like, take that round and worry about the next, you know?
And Frosh finds himself on match point now, so you know, if Rashi doesn't pull something out in this round, unfortunately we're gonna have to say goodbye to Rashi for this evening at least.
Nice. We see he's at least adapted to blocking the low there on that 2-4 string, like you were saying.
Yeah. Okay, escape failed here, so I don't think we've seen the crushing blow from Loop Cybot yet, so the next grab is going to do it forward or back, I believe.
A nice punish there by Rashi, just keeping himself alive here. Hanging on by 120, but unfortunately it's going to be GG's. Oh, tell us about that game, Carlo.
Yeah, you know, I saw a couple of sequences there from Rashi that suggested that he might be able to get back into this game, but I think, you know, as much as we saw adaptations coming through from Rashi, I think it was maybe just a bit of a case of too little too late. Frosh quite strong with his Kano. We saw no character changes in that particular set. So I think both players had enough time to get used to the other's playstyle, and, you know, Frosh taking it by 5 games to 2. Not a bad showing from Rashi though. First time I've seen him play on stream. First time I've seen him play, period. And I was quite impressed with, yeah, absolutely, was quite impressed with his Noob Cybot pick. Kind of inspires me to just want to go back to Dark Sabbath and just give it a try again. I think the last time I picked that character up was about 6 months plus.
Oh, okay. So it's been,
yeah,
it's been
a while, yeah. So, yeah. Parasurama taking the first set by 5 games to 0 over, I think it was SNK Saitama. Then going into the second game, Frosh 9-1-1 taking on Rashi 2-1-2. started off really close, but unfortunately for Rashi 2-1-2, Frost eventually overtaking him and taking a very good lead, ending up taking that set by 5-2. And I suppose with that being said, Brandon, we're going into our main event.
Yes,
Dexter
yes, yes.
Fury versus
We are-
AI Killjoy.
Yes, the man on everybody's radar right now, Mr. Killjoy himself. So I think definitely gonna be an interesting one. Like you say, I think we have enough background on both these guys to say a little bit about them. Killjoy definitely showing everybody that he is in it. You know, he's definitely come out on top with some big wins. The one being, of course, like the main one of Mr. 5000. So definitely somebody to look out for and to watch. AI Killjoy, definitely. Tell us a little bit about Dexter.
Well, he's no slouch, I can tell you that much. He's got a wicked Cassie cage. These obviously both these players from Zambia, so they probably know each other quite well. Dexter plays, like I said, on the PS4 as well as on the PC. The PC community knows him extremely well. Knows that he's a tough character to play against. He recently had a 1-10 set against Atrocity, taking that by 10-5. So definitely Dexter knows his stuff here. So, you know, as powerful as AI Killjoy has proven to be over the last couple of weeks, Dexter Fury is going to present to him a stumbling block. I'm sure that's going to at least give something to think about to Killjoy.
I think we're definitely gonna have a crazy good game on our hands here, fellow. I think this is gonna be something that nobody's gonna want to miss out on. Like I say,
I
you know,
the guys are about to start, Brandon. If you can just excuse me for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
You can just turn my camera off and I'll signal the moment I get back.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Cool.
Number 2, Shaolin. Cabal.
Okay, guys, we are going into the main event of Kombat Africa this week. Like we gave the introduction earlier, AI Killjoy going up against Dexter Fury. Both Zambian, probably have played each other a fair amount, so I think we're gonna have a good game on our hands here, guys. Let's get into the first game. And we see a Kung Lao pick. I believe it's from Killjoy. And Dexter going to his well-known Cabal mean streak, I believe it is. Yes, we are seeing a Order of Light Kung Lao from Killjoy here. This is going to be very interesting, guys. I don't think I've seen this character in a competitive setting before. So, definitely going to be something interesting. Back throw here from Killjoy. Goes for the forward 2-1 string there. Cancels the Order of Light. I don't know what that's called, but it's some special. Cancels it. Just a projectile trade warrior I see coming out from the two players. Ooh, and gets the crushing blow on that, but unfortunately drops the combo. I'm not sure what the requirements are, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be counter or punish. And Killjoy does that very nicely. Sorry guys, I think we're seeing a bit of lag here from both players. They just slowed down the pace there, but I think we're good again. One confirm into Nomad Dash. Stand 4 into hook grab is broken away. Stand 4 into hook grab here amplifies it for a little bit more damage there, 240. And this is just about gonna be it. Dexter Fury takes the first game there.
I am back, Brandon.
Okay. We are already on the second round, caller? Dexter Fury's taken the first one.
I've just seen that
Okay.
play out now, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're up to date there. Ooh, unfortunately does not cancel the Nomad Dash, and Killjoy not punishing optimally there, unfortunately. Gets the crushing blow on the forward 2 string there. Converts from forward 1. Oh, I must say, caller, this variation is looking very interesting. I don't think I've seen an Order of Light Kung Lao. I don't know if you have, eh?
It's the first time for me. I think the only time I've seen this is on, funny enough, on Perfect Legend stream.
Oh, really?
Play quite a bit of this Order of Light, but never seen him in a tournament. never seen him in any of the pro competitions, if I can recall.
Neither have I, neither have I. Seems it has a
and
bit of a zoning game to it as well, eh?
It does.
Good pressure here by Dexter Fury. Yeah, very nicely done. Goes for the fatal blow, but unfortunately before the armor comes out, so he does not get it off. Back throw here by Dexter Fury, and this is looking pretty even right now here, Carlo. Oh, and goes for the low plus. Let's go. We got our first brutal of this week's Kombat Africa, guys. Get hype in the chat there.
Cabal wins.
Now the question is Killjoy going to stay with this Order of Light Kung Lao? I don't know. I
think we're gonna see the same characters come out in the second round.
Yeah?
Or in the second match rather. I don't know. I just, as much as Killjoy went down in that round. Like I said, it was the first time I've actually seen this Order of Light pick, and Killjoy seemed to be making a couple of things work there for the Order of Light. So maybe
seems
just
quite
give it another
comfortable,
try.
eh?
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely hype. I'd love to see him play it again, and we're getting what we want here, Carlo. He's sticking with Order of Light. Let's go get hype in chat, guys. This is crazy.
I won't be surprised.
Let's
if,
go Killjoy.
If we're gonna see a couple of more Order of Lights come through as a result of seeing this, because I think that's the problem with this variation, is that not too many people play it, so not too many people see it. So, maybe Killjoy is opening up something completely new for the African scene now, and who knows, in the next couple of weeks we might see a few more of these Order of Light picks on the Kombat Africa series.
Oh, goes for up 3 there. Unfortunately, it whiffs, and Dexter just spacing out really well here. I'm not sure if you're seeing this, Carlo? Just playing that spacing game so well. And that is a counter. It's going to be crushing blow on hook grab there. That leads to a lot of damage. So good choice there by Killjoy to break away. Ooh, and just jumps over the gimmicks here we are seeing getting exposed right now, Carlo.
A lot of the things that I am seeing on screen now is things that I am seeing for the first time. So, I'm seeing the delay coming through on a Kung Lao projectile, which Dexter Fury, as you said, just jumped over. I believe he has got a low projectile as well. He's got a pushback. So, a lot of things I'm looking forward to seeing here, but Dexter Fury seems to be quite comfortable with this character choice here by Killjoy, because I think there's just 3 straight rounds, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct, that's correct. I mean, they haven't been one-sided by any means, Carlo, but definitely I'm sure Dexter Fury is feeling a lot better than Killjoy at this point, in terms of the rounds he's taken, and the clutch, the clutch factor things definitely bring some momentum to your gameplay.
Well, having seen Killjoy over the last couple of weeks, one thing I can tell you about Brandon is that Killjoy is not going to come into a Kombat Africa series set not being prepared. So whether this Kung Lao might be new to us, I'm sure that this has been pulled out by Killjoy quite a few times with his training partners, with some of the people that he plays casual sets with. So, and I mean, he's taken that previous round now as well. So,
I mean, looking really good here from Killjoy, I must say. A lot of people say this variation has a lot of potential, and possibly I'm seeing it here.
Well, the fact that Killjoy has actually just chosen this variation, it must say that he is quite comfortable. He obviously believes in what this variation can do. Dexter, those cancels, those nomad dash cancels, really doing the work here.
Very nice pressure here from Dexter, I must say. Ooh, goes for the back throw there and closes round 2 out, Carlo. This is looking like old Dexter, I must say. I mean,
so far,
it's definitely it's going his way right now as we speak.
Jody just wanting to make sure that Killjoy is in fact Lao. Jody obviously being a very well-known Kung Lao player back in MKX days, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. The Tempest, the Tempest Buzzsaw boys, and Hatrix. Hatrix was his main variation, I believe.
I think he had quite a nasty hat trick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's see now. He's going
People
for...
are getting so hyped seeing this Order of Light. This is
Unfortunately,
awesome.
they're going to just have to put a hold on that excitement for now, because I see we've got a Cetrion pick here from Killjoy.
It seems that way, Collar. I'm not sure which variation we've seen there. I wasn't I wasn't quite paying attention there.
It was in fact the spring cleaning variation. So
Oh, okay. Okay, so the normal Cetrion stuff we used to see, I guess.
yeah, the geyser, the geyser, the teleport. Well, Dexter Fury looking comfortable in those first two games. Obviously, more comfortable than what Killjoy would have hoped for. And I think as a result of that comfort that Dexter Fury is showing, he's now gone for the Cetrion pick. So I think those who have been excited to see the Order of Light Kung Lao, unfortunately, guys, you just have to hold on until, you know, maybe Killjoy is going to develop a bit of a streak here. But Dexter looking extremely strong.
Dexter looking like he is ready. He is ready for these Cetrion things right now. And he goes for a Hell's Wrath there just to keep the space there is Killjoy, but teleports in. Dexter Fury is cutting that out one very nicely. Forward throw here.
Obviously come on lightning quick, and two forward throws, one forward throw, one backward throw, gonna close out this first round. Dexter Fury looking like he's got all the answers at the moment.
Round 2.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you can see that Killjoy knows how to deal with mean streak, but those cancels so unexpected, and the pressure is really good as well, you know. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think that Killjoy definitely will probably make another character switch if this doesn't go his way. But let's see what happens.
Confirm there.
Leaves him standing here, goes for the Cetrion shenanigans. Amplified wall there, goes for a Hell's Wrath, but gets hit by those buzzsaws from Cabal. Oh, it just goes in with the Nomad Dash. Unfortunately, not sure what happened there, how that combo dropped. Maybe
just missed the confirm, yeah. You know, Cetrion, a character like Cetrion was known for her zoning. Her mobility is so frightening. And she can do as much damage in your face as what she does from, you know, full screen. And I think that's exactly what Killjoy used in that second round to actually get the win there in that second round. And Pinata's putting in the work here.
Nice geyser there into a 167 damage. Cetrion doesn't have too much damage, but she definitely makes up for it with her pressure and zoning. Oh, nice sequence there by Dexter, but Killjoy wise to it.
I'm not sure if this game is just going extremely fast, but I think I saw a flawless block there by Killjoy.
I'm actually struggling to keep up as well, hey Color. This is
extremely fast paced.
Yeah. Oh, and just goes for the fatal blow, and Killjoy scouting that out. Unfortunately, doesn't have bot to confirm. Now, oh, very nice there by Killjoy. Just jumps back, clipping Dexter out of the air, and the next game is gonna go to Killjoy.
So if I'm not mistaken, that would be 2-1 in Dexter Fury's favor.
That's correct, Color. That is correct.
Order of Light obviously not getting the desired result for Killjoy, but the swap to the Cetrion pick gets Killjoy on the board. It's now 2-1, and I wonder if Dexter's going to go for an immediate character change, or if he's just going to stick to Moon Streak, who I think he's done extremely well with up to this point.
Definitely. I mean, we know that Dexter also has a great Cassie, that he plays extremely well. I think it's the Digital Soldier variation. But we'll see what happens here. And as I say that, he goes for the Luan Quan pick here, in Liu Kang. So probably dealt with this matchup before, just wasn't feeling entirely comfortable with Cabal, and goes to Liu Kang here.
Well, what I can tell you guys in the chat is that Liu Kang was actually the character that Dexter Fury used to get the majority of his games against Atrocity in the recent First to 10 set that is actually on YouTube on Dexter Fury's channel. So this is going to be a bit of a tough one for Cetrion because Dexter definitely knows this character as well.
I feel like if he did make this character choice, he definitely has answers with Liu Kang. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here with Dexter. Fortunately, not going entirely his way at this point. Just the zoning, and he's opting to zone back here. Just not trying to rush down, but just I guess create a little bit of impatience there in Killjoy.
Great interrupt there.
Oh, and anti-airs and punishes, but unfortunately does not commit. Goes for a throw punish there just to keep him in the corner. Goes for back one on Oki. Killjoy rolls out. A nice confirm there by Dexter Fury into double bicycle kick amplified. Oh, nice punish there with the fireball. Definitely. Was very patient there on Dexter's end.
So far looking to be the right character choice here, as Killjoy starts off the second round with a bit of damage. Cetrion, like you said, Brandon, doesn't do too much damage, so a lot of this is going to have to be eating away at Liu Kang's life bar with little 150, 200 damage combos here from Cetrion. Gets Liu Kang out of the airscape though, so slowly fighting back. Gets his second bicycle amplified, so he's still one away from his crushing blow. If my math is correct.
I think you are right there, Carl. I'm not quite sure if he got the third one in, but I don't think so. I think it's just two, so he probably just has one more to get that KB loaded. We can see a lot of patience from Dexter here, not minding being on the screen at all against Cetrion. And I think that's what's frustrating Killjoy here, is that Dexter is not rushing in. Nice punish there on the fatal blow and confirms into the vine grip, leaves him standing to 189 and just goes for a nice simple little stagger there and closes out round 2.
You have to admire the patience of both these players here, Brandon. I mean,
just baiting out different things and punishing accordingly. Very nice from both players, very clean.
Absolutely. Connects with the amplified fireballs.
Oh, unfortunately, getting caught moving forward there is Dexter. Goes in with the fireballs again. Vine grip there. Unfortunately, doesn't punish with a flying kick, but slowly inching his way in here, Carlo.
He is, and you know, one thing I have to say to watching Dexter is Cetrion standing one game. I mean, I think it's the only standing one in the entire game that is +3 on block. I mean,
definitely. Yep, that is correct. really good tool.
Ridiculous.
Oh, and gets caught there with the geyser and runs into wall. And I think that Dexter was scouting a throw there, Carlo, and unfortunately eats the strike instead of the throw there.
Well, that makes things back to level terms here for Killjoy. I think it's 2 games apiece. Panda Bear says he can't be coaching. Panda Bear obviously known for his very strong Cetrion play as well. Rodney, I see you in the chat as well. Welcome. You know, I've seen Rodney, especially in the first 6 months of Mortal Kombat 11. And then just disappeared from the radar. It's nice to see you back here, Rodney. I'm not sure where you're at. But I mean, from our point of view, I haven't seen you for quite some time, so it'll be really good to see you on PS4 again. Parasurama, just a couple of smiley faces there as well. There's 42 people watching this action right now. Brandon, it's been absolutely fantastic, the support that the FGC Africa, Kombat Africa series, Charlie Wolf Gaming, just everybody connected to the FGC Africa scene.
Definitely, I mean,
just wonderful to see the support.
100%. It's so nice to see everybody trying, you know, for the community, supporting however they can. And it's always amazing to see because we're trying to grow, and I think it's definitely working, Carlo. I think we are doing all that we can, and people are definitely happy about it and they're entertained by it. So it's always amazing to see.
You know one name I haven't seen tonight, as these two guys are just about on level terms in terms of health right now, Brandon. One name I haven't seen in the chat so far yet is Ngoni. So Ngoni, if you are listening, if you are around, just show yourself in the chat. We all appreciate your participation, your encouragement, your support. Zaza, welcome to the chat as well. Jack FGC, I see you. Dexter Fury seems to be putting in the work here, but Cetrion in fatal blow territory here connects with the overhead.
Unfortunately goes for the fatal blow there, but goes unpunished by Killjoy, but he is ready with the low fireball punish there. He confirms into a fatal blow. First round they're going to AI's Killjoy.
After the first 2 games of now, seems like Killjoy is basically saying, okay, enough playing around now, Dexter, I'm here to do business. And so far, 2 games in a row, and looking like he's in a very strong position to take this 3rd game as well.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's far from over as it is a 1st to 10. But I definitely think we'll see some adaptation here from Dexter. I think he will change, you know, his playstyle, and he will adapt to what Killjoy is doing. Nice little staggers there from Killjoy, and forward throw in the corner there, keeps him in the corner, and whip punishes the wake up there, and that could have been curtains there, but unfortunately Killjoy does not confirm that combo.
Look at that standing one.
So good, so good, so good. Very nicely done there by Killjoy.
Cetrion wins.
I suppose the developers were probably right to give Cetrion that very strong standing one, because I think it makes up for a lack of damage output. I don't think that without the presence of a crushing blow, Cetrion does anything in excess of 250 damage. And if you compare that to somebody, for example, like Noob Saibot or Cabal, who can easily do 350 plus with 1 bar. So I think, you know, like you were saying about MKX having some broken characters and a bit of imbalancing, they definitely did a wonderful job with MK11 in terms of character balancing and just making sure that nobody is overpowered to a point where they have a distinct advantage over the next fighter. So I think big up to NRS there for, I think, using Injustice 2 as a platform, because I think a lot of the imbalances that we experienced in Mortal Kombat X was kind of fixed to a degree in Injustice 2.
Definitely.
And I think Mortal Kombat just taking it one step further and saying, you know what, there's more to be done in terms of character balancing. I think this game is about 95% there, Brandon. And I mean, that's just a thumbs up figure there, but very close to being perfectly balanced in terms of the different characters.
Definitely, I would say this is probably NRS's most balanced title, I would like to say, in terms of you know, balance patches and that type of thing. They're consistently working on it, so big shout outs to NRS. They do the most, and always improving, you know. The game looks beautiful, they're working on stuff all the time, and the balance patch is always very, very good. This is looking like all Killjoy here, Colin, first round. Wow.
Yeah. Seems like the round's barely started, and a bit of teabag coming out there. So yeah, Killjoy, like I said, you know, enough playing around with those first 2 games. It's business now, and Dexter Fury gonna have to be on his toes here just to make sure that this doesn't end up being a bit of a one-sided affair.
I wonder if that's gonna get to Dexter. I wonder if those teabags are gonna hit him the wrong way, and he might just feel more pressured, or is it gonna make him better?
Well, having played Dexter so many times, what I can say is that Dexter Fury is not one to be intimidated too easily. Like I said, one of the strongest competitors I've ever played against. Knows his stuff, knows his characters. So I don't think Dexter Fury is going to be overly intimidated, but definitely going to have something to think about in terms of how comfortable Killjoy has been looking. And there we go again with a little bit of teabags, just rubbing it.
just being more like, hey buddy, like I got the life lead, you gotta come in, and like Killjoy in complete control right now. Hey, Colin, this seems like it's all Killjoy right now.
At the moment, yes, but slowly but surely, Liu Kang's working his way back into this round. And mid-round, we've got about 15 seconds left in this round, and I think you actually saw a conscious decision by Dexter Fury to just keep it a bit patient. Unfortunately, he might run out of time here. Tries to get in with the dragon kick, but Dexter
Killjoy
on
just
the receiving end.
yeah, Killjoy just making work of Dexter Fury right now.
So am I right, Brandon? It's now 4 games to 2 in favor of Killjoy?
That is correct. That is correct. 100%.
I think we might see a character swap here, a character switch here from Dexter Fury because, especially in that last game, just looking a bit too comfortable for Killjoy at the end of it.
I would like to think so as well at this point. I mean, you know, he's tried Kang a few times now and it didn't quite work out. So I feel like if there is a good time to make a switch, it's probably now. And, you know, kind of just take control. Because once you're down this much as well, it starts to become more and more difficult, you know, to play catch up. So I would also expect a change from Dexter.
We've got a comment here from, I think it's Musea Chisinda, saying that Chimba, who I'm assuming is Killjoy.
That's correct. Chimba.
He's a cheat code man. Masuba Sibs says this is very toxic. I think Jack FGC agrees with him. This is toxic. I'm not sure what they're referring to.
Oh, and he goes back to Liu Kang, eh? Surprisingly.
Well, 4-2 to Killjoy at this point in time. Dexter suddenly showing that he's got a bit of wave dashes in there, so maybe trying to just, you know, plan the zoning approach now and maybe just get in Killjoy's face here.
I think it's definitely the choice you want to make against Citron, as she has so many options, you know, mid to like full screen range. It's very difficult to get in on her, and I feel like you should always be trying to rush her down. Because if she just gets her game started, she's just gonna chip away at you with all the zoning tools she has.
Okay, the surprise low there, good anti-air, gets Dexter to use his air escape. Does put Dexter in fatal blow territory though, but he's on life support at the moment, and unfortunately someone pulled the plug.
Destruction begets creation.
That one's gonna go to AI Killjoy. So it's definitely I think something Dexter should think about at this point as to why this pick is not working out, or not rather the pick, maybe the way he's approaching the matchup, you know. And it seems like he's picking up a little bit on it, but when Killjoy creates that space again, then he starts to feel very uncomfortable. Like right here, right now, it's almost like Killjoy's lost his entire life bar from that sequence there by Dexter.
Well, I'm not sure if Dexter's listening to us commentating as he's playing the matches, but everything we kind of suggested he does, he's doing in this particular round, and as a result, he takes that particular round. So definitely the in-your-face approach is something that seems to be working a bit better for Dexter Fury, and hopefully it's going to be something he continues to do in this third round.
Nice walls there by Killjoy, just keeping that space there. Goes for a back throw, escape failed there by Dexter, was expecting a forward throw. Dash in 1-2, but unfortunately catches the one punish on KB and down twos for good measure. Breaks away again, unfortunately. And that one's gonna go, I think this is gonna be a brutality. Oh my god.
Yeah, Killjoy turning up the heat here after going down in those first 2 games, giving Dexter a bit of hope. At this point in time, it's looking like a bit of false hope here, because Killjoy has basically just put his foot down on the throttle and he's going full speed ahead here. Suddenly, it's 5-2.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, you know, we saw that pick of the Order of Light by Killjoy, and you know, maybe he just felt like, He wanted to display the character or maybe show people something they haven't seen before. But you know, I've seen him play Cetrion before as well, and he has a good grasp of the entire cast. You know, Killjoy plays a lot of characters and at a high level as well. So let's see what happens. If he sticks with Kanya, he's gonna have to make some adjustments.
He's thinking about it and maybe not overly convinced.
Cabal.
And you know, as I say that, like a play-by-play, he goes back to Cabal. I think he's gone for the Cabal pick before in the opening games. I think it was.
Yes, that's right. His wins came from the Cabal pick.
Those first 2 wins, yeah, that's quite correct there. Panda Bear saying that Dexter's going to kick his console after this.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, going back to the Cabal pick, so we're going to see some no-ban dash cancels, and as I say that, he gets the cancel, but unfortunately goes straight into a Cetrion reverse grab.
Andy Otem says LMFAO Night Lads, great stream. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for pulling up. Thank you so much for always supporting. Have a good night, man.
Okay, gonna get some damage here, Dexter. 300 maybe, 290. Forward grab there, just to add another 140 to that.
Nice cancel pressure here from Dexter. Oh, and gets that interactable off there and gets the launch. Dexter breaks away, but unfortunately Killjoy keeps the pressure going. Nice tech there by Dexter. Ooh, and unfortunately gets clipped by the Hell's Wrath.
Round 2. Fight.
Rushing blow there and misses the conversion.
Oh, nice scout there on the grab by Dexter. Killjoy breaks away there.
Those Pinata's really putting in the work here, Brandon. Just keeping that space between Cabal and Cetrion. Not allowing Cabal to come in too close here. Just throwing up the random Pinata every time. He just needs to develop or create a little bit of space between himself and Cabal. And it seems to be working extremely well, but gets clipped with a nomad dash.
Nice conversion there.
Damage.
Oh, punishes, but unfortunately doesn't believe in the punish. It's Killjoy. And here we see a bit of pressure from Dexter. Gets himself in a good position here, trying to close out this round, and into low buzzsaws. Very nice there by Dexter. This Cabal pick turning out to be something better, I think. Going a bit better than Kang was.
Well, I think so. He does seem comfortable with the Cabal pick, and I mean, I know that he has been playing Cabal, I think, since day one.
Oh, very nice close block. Great read there. Nice back there from Killjoy, just going for the walls. They're just, like you're saying again, to create that space, you know, where Cetrion is so good. You can see he's just playing at that range. They're just throwing out Hell's Wrath, some geysers here and there, throwing out the Pinata. You know, just great spacing here from Killjoy. Just approaching this matchup really well.
Not sure how that Hell's Wrath missed there with that jump in one there by Dexter, but obviously worked in his favor. Tries the grab, a little bit of lag there, damaging what could be a very exciting close to this particular match. Okay, so Dexter is in fatal blow territory right now.
See a lot of respect here from these two players. Oh, unfortunately. Oh, and just goes for the fatal blow there, just hoping it would clip Killjoy, but unfortunately Killjoy blocks that and punishes with the fatal blow of his own.
I got a feeling we're gonna see a teabag here.
I mean, it's safe to say at this point, right? Oh, okay. Maybe he's... Yeah, it was. Definitely a lot more one-sided than I thought it would be, color.
Well, I think the Cetrion pick has done the trick for Killjoy here because, you know, whether it be Kang, whether it be the Cabal pick, Dexter does seem to be struggling a bit. If I'm not mistaken, the score is 6 games to 2 in favor of Killjoy.
That's correct. That's correct.
And, you know, Dexter on the receiving end of 6 games straight, brutality, a couple of tea bags, micro bags, you name it. Still having the respect shown and, you know, giving Killjoy the respect that I think Dexter Fury thinks he deserves after 6 really dominant matches so far. And Dexter Fury's going to have to think about the approach here. I know he plays Sub-Zero. He's hovering over Sub-Zero at the moment.
He does have a Sub-Zero as well.
He does have a Sub-Zero indeed, but probably doesn't think it's ready to take on probably one of the highest level African Cetrions that he's ever faced, I'm sure.
I mean, it's safe to say at this point that Killjoy is in control, you know, of how this set goes. But Dexter can turn this around, you know, if he makes some good adjustments, just maybe starts reading the throw and strike game a little bit better, just tries to rush Cetrion down a little bit more, I think he'll be in a better position. I mean, I don't think this matchup is too favorable either for Cabal, but it's definitely not outright that Cetrion wins this matchup, you know?
Definitely not your 8-2 or 9-1 type of matchups. I mean, there's definitely something in here for Cabal. He's experienced a little bit of joy, the surprise low buzz source coming out just to mix it up a little bit, and as we see there, a neutral jump 1 into a full combo punish there, so maybe just trying to change things up a bit. We see an air projectile with a great conversion into the Nomad Dash, gets
Nicely
Killjoy
done.
to use his air escape, and this round looking really convincing so far.
This one looks like Dexter should take this round. Nice sequence there by Dexter, and he's just going for these cancels again, just to inch away a little bit at that health there. It goes down one, just to close it out there. Nicely done from Dexter Fury.
No, definitely, and
Round 2.
you know what I've seen in that first round there, Brandon, is just a little bit of variety in terms of how Dexter's going to approach this. Unfortunately, he fought with that guys there. But then I just mix it up a little bit, and I think Dexter Fury is going to put himself in a much stronger position than what he's done in, I think, in the previous 4 or 5 matches.
Nice conversion there by Killjoy, just catching the 1-1 there as an anti and confirms into Geyser, but does not finish the combo. Nice Geyser spacing here, not Geyser spacing, sorry, wall spacing here from Killjoy, just keeping Cabal out. As I could see, like from the last match how it went, it seems like he does want to be up close with Cabal. Oh, very nice Nomad Dash there by Dexter, just catching that Pinata there on the active range before it comes out.
And I must be honest with you, that did look like a reaction there from Dexter Fury.
Oh, nicely done. And Dexter still alive here, Carla. Still alive.
Yeah,
Proving
quite an impressive way to finish off that match there. The flawless block on the attempted down 3, I think it was.
yes, that's correct.
And, you know, connected with the up 3 from the flawless block, or the up 2, I think it is, and into a down 2, taking that game. And I think Dexter has every reason to feel really comfortable and really good about himself for just getting that game off Killjoy, breaking the momentum, and hopefully the start of just changing that momentum, hopefully, and getting into a bit of a streak here. Dexter still down by 3 games. It's 6 games to 3 right now in favor of Killjoy. And but I think with that particular win,
Toasty. Score.
not sure what message Killjoy is trying to send out here, but looks like we got a Joker pick here.
Oh, so it's just Killjoy showing the variety, I think, of the characters that he plays.
Sweet.
And I have seen and played Killjoy's Joker already, and yeah, Dexter's got something. He's got something to think about here, because he knows just about everything there is to know about the Joker.
Okay.
Fight.
I mean, it's definitely nice to see. You know, in the matchup I played against AI Muchi, we saw Madmen, so it's nice to see the variety. We're seeing Ace of Knaves. So that's going to be the one that Sonic plays, I believe, right? With the setups and the little jack in the boxes, and so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Killjoy's Ace of Knaves is like.
In my opinion, Brandon, probably Joker's strongest variation.
Agreed.
Not as much damage output as what Madman does, and doesn't have access to the low gunshots that Clown Prince has, which actually on block does quite a bit of damage, but still in my opinion.
A very good shot, yeah. I completely agree with you there, Carlo. I think Ace of Knaves is definitely Joker's strongest variation. But I would like to say that Dexter probably feels a bit more comfortable, as he did lose all those matches to Cetrion. So probably feeling a bit more comfortable in that sense, I suppose, because it was pretty dominant there from Killjoy's Cetrion.
No, for sure.
Tries to flawless block, but unfortunately getting clipped by the second hit there. Forward throw by Killjoy here. I think we're gonna see some things get thrown on screen. And as I say that, nice conversion there of the CCDD, I forget what it's called, but something like that. Nice conversion there, and just goes for the Nomad Dash. I think he thought he had VAR there to cancel it, but unfortunately no defensive meter, so couldn't cancel that Nomad Dash there.
One thing I do know is that he's connected with 3 amplified, what is the move called?
The Bird Boy beatdown,
the
eh?
Yeah,
Yes. So he's already got 3 of those?
It's going to be a crushing blow, yeah. It's loaded.
Okay.
And it's waiting to release it now.
And you see Killjoy here just throwing all these things on screen here. Nice anti-air by Dexter Fury there. Killjoy forced to spend his defensive meter. Great backload there by Dexter. Actually in the lead in this game over here. Confirms into the nice amplified buzzsaw there, ends with the hook grab, gets a nice 290 damage there. Confirms again into Nomad Dash. Killjoy here just blocking with his face, I guess. Just getting opened up by everything Dexter Fury is doing here. And nice throw to close that round out.
And
what are we seeing here, Kala? Yeah, just like that.
Well, we're
just
seeing
like
a bit
that.
of a turnaround here from Dexter, and I think, you know, the moment he sniffed Killjoy's defensive bar had gone, he realized that now was the time for him to go into the kill. And I think there were 3 combos at the time that his defensive bar was depleted, and those 3 combos eventually ended up giving or granting Dexter the match there. So great showing there by Dexter. I'm not sure if we're going to see the Joker come out again, because I think in the end that did look rather convincing, especially in that round number 3 there, Brandon.
Yes. I think Dexter looks more comfortable in the matchup, number 1. And Killjoy just going right back for the Ace of Knaves there. Joker, it seems that he definitely believes in the character. Maybe he just believes he didn't put out his best performance that last match. But I think that he maybe will stick with this for a while, as he does have a lead over Dexter. So maybe we might see a bit of character variety here from Killjoy.
Well, let's see. I mean, I've been quite impressed with Dexter in this last 2 games here. Looking much more comfortable, like you were saying. He's probably glad he's not seeing Cetrion on the other side of the screen.
Definitely. You can see in the way that he's playing, he's just a lot more confident and maybe knows how to deal a little bit more with the Joker. I'm not too sure in terms of matchup wise how this goes here, Carlo. I don't think I've seen this matchup before, so I don't know who wins in terms of just the characters. So it's definitely something different and something you don't see very often. You see a Killjoy just getting clipped by these mids here. I'm not sure if he's going for pokes or maybe just scouting or trying to scout like grabs or that type of thing, but getting opened up by a lot of stray hits. It doesn't confirm it to fatal blow there, as it would have closed out the round. So Killjoy probably confident in this round, and as I say that, he takes it forward 1 there.
It's quite surprising to see how that round ended, because I mean Dexter was on full bar, defensive and offensive, and he opted to not go for any sort of wake-up attack there. Again, within the first 10 seconds of the second round, he uses both his defensive meters, so not quite sure what happened at the end of that first round there, but flawless block there by Killjoy. I think that's now 2, so I think he's 1 away from the crushing blow being loaded.
Okay. Nice little spacing there by Killjoy, just throwing out those little jack in the boxes there, just to control a bit of space. You know, with Cabal having those, or having that amazing projectile that he does, just trying to, you know, give himself a little bit of space to get in. So nicely done there by Killjoy. Nice adaptation there with the little jack in the boxes, just to get himself in.
And fighting back here is Dexter.
Ooh, and gets clipped by the mid again. The forward 1 stagger into the forward 1 fall. And the next match is going to go to AI's Killjoy. I believe now we are on 7-4. Is that correct, Colin?
7 games to 4, it sounds about right, yeah. 7 games to 4 it is. Killjoy in the lead. Sticking to the Joker pick, even though he went down in the game just before this. And proving that, you know what, it was probably just a slight adjustment that was needed, and as a result, taking that game over Dexter Fury. He's stuck with the Joker pick now, and Dexter Fury probably going to think about his next character choice.
Oh, okay. So he goes with the Cassie pick. I think if you guys noticed very well from the week that I played in Kombat Africa, I tried the same pick against Joker. And I must say, I think the matchup is pretty good for Cassie. That's why I think we saw that switch from Muchi that one of the weeks, you know, when I played. So I think it's safe to say, yeah, we'll see probably a character switch here if Dexter takes this next game.
I think the swap over to Cassie taking it over Joker led to Muchi going for the Jade pick, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, yeah. That's right. You know, just the mids that Cassie brings to the game, just it doesn't let Joker do, you know, the gimmicks and stuff that he kind of gets away with against most of the cast. Yeah. So Cassie definitely a good choice here by Dexter. I just wonder where Killjoy will go after this, as it seems we're gonna see a little bit of a counter pick for you. And just keeping away there is Dexter, eh?
Well, one of Cassie's strongest tools, which I don't think gets mentioned too often, is a very, very strong down form. Such good range on it, can keep your characters away, and like you said, you know, that in addition to the mids that she brings to the table, it's probably the reason we're seeing exactly what we're seeing right now.
And just disrespects there. Did you see that? Dexter Fury just disrespected that. So. Nice. You can see the confidence coming back to Dexter. Yeah, I think it's not over yet. I would like to say that Dexter still has a few good games in him, and we'll see here now. I think he's gonna do well with Cassie. I must say I've played his Cassie before, and his Cassie is definitely one of his strongest characters, if not his strongest.
I think he's strongest. I think, no disrespect to the way he plays the other characters, but I definitely think just in terms of comfort, knowing the character, understanding how the character works.
Definitely is better character, plays, I agree.
Yeah, and probably Kabul in a very close second. And I know that the Liu Kangs and the Sub-Zeros, the characters that Dexter also plays, this character that he's picked up fairly recently.
Oh, unfortunately.
So that we're gonna get some lag as he was about to close that game.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. That should have went to Dexter, but unfortunately, you know, these type of things like network issues and that type of thing, it's something that nobody has any control over. But unfortunately, Dexter being a champion, just playing the game out. And I think he's gonna do well. I think he's gonna do, or he's doing particularly well so far in this matchup, which is great.
I mean, he's got close to about 40% of Joker's life away already in the first 15-20 seconds of this match. So definitely know what he needs to do in terms of, you know, taking this game away from Joker. And like I said, getting himself back on the score sheet, taking it to within 2 games. If he gets this game, no counter there, so no crushing blow.
Oh, goes in there again with the forward one string there. Dexter just respecting the highs there, it seems. Nice back throw there.
To the corner.
Just backdashes here, you can see, just wanting that space, just to be away from Joker. And as I say that, just going in there, just to get him clipped, and goes with the amplified guns, and closes out the next game.
Well, I think Dexter deserved that game, because, I mean, in all fairness, you know, he had the lag not come to play at the end of that second round. I think that
I
game
feel
was
like it
guaranteed
was
to be
fair, yeah.
Dexter's.
I feel like that was fair.
So a
The
bit of
score
justice
is
going
now
Dexter's way.
5-7, is that correct?
7-5, that's correct. And I wonder if we're going to see, as you mentioned, Brandon, a bit of a counter pick war.
Cage
We've got Cassie on screen.
AI Cortex says Cassie beats Joker, shaking my head. Down for low shot. I guess now you know why I picked Cassie against you, right? I want my run back though. I forgot about you, buddy. I got you. I got you. No more Killjoy. Angela-san. Yeah, I changed that. Good to see everybody still hype in chat here, still enjoying themselves, having a good time. We love to see it. We're happy you guys are having a good time. Keep that chat going and have a good time like we are.
Killjoy is a female, says Edward. Yeah, as you were talking about having fun in the chat, that's a clear example there. So guys, you know, just thanks once again. Not too long ago, I think I saw as much as 45 people participating in the chat.
That's right, yeah. Definitely those numbers were there. So thanks again, guys. It really means a lot. We appreciate your support so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And he goes for Liu Kang here. Could Killjoy be trying to tell or send Dexter a message here saying, look, this is how you play Liu Kang now? I wonder.
Well, we'll wait and see, because at the moment it seems to be going the other way around here. As Dexter once again takes the opening round. His cast is looking extremely strong so far.
Definitely. I must say I am surprised we haven't seen the pick earlier. As his cast is seeming to be very strong right now. I'm so surprised that he hasn't brought out sooner.
Well, it always brings that question about, you know, when the character, or when the character does really well kind of halfway through the set, you always seem to ask the question, you know, why didn't you just pull him out at the beginning? But I suppose that's the joy of playing these, what we would call low stakes matches. You can test your characters out at a high level. And you know, when the time comes, just pull out your stronger characters and hope that you're going to put up a good showing towards the end of a set. It is a first to 10. And as Killjoy did at the beginning of his set, tried the order of light pick. Didn't quite work out, and he's gone for his strongest characters, or his stronger characters. It's very difficult to say who's Killjoy's main, because he plays so many characters at such a high level, Brandon. It's actually quite difficult, and obviously quite a bit of a inconvenience for his opponents, because they never really know which character
who he's gonna pick. Definitely. I think a big part of why Killjoy is as strong as he is the level of play he brings to the table with multiple characters, you know? It's not one of those things where, you know, you get somebody who's really good with Liu Kang or somebody who's really good with Jackie, but he's kind of good with both, you know? And like that's when it becomes scary, because you feel like you might not have many options. And as I say that, Killjoy takes this next round, color. So it seems Dexter's streak is has come to an end. Not completely yet, but it's 8-5, I believe, color.
8-5.
Yes.
8-5 is correct. Chat's still very much involved in this match. Zaza kind of going with the woman theme.
Yeah, Cortex says, lol, I knew a long time about that matchup. Rematch MK12 though. Don't be ducking, homie. Oh, I'm getting my
Well-
run back. I'm getting my run back.
And I think everybody in the chat is looking forward to that particular run back. Are we going to see the Yash Queen come out here from Dexter Fury? Unfortunately, for those of you who like Yash Queen, it's not. He just teased it, but we've gone back to Digital Soldier. 8 games to 5 in favor of Killjoy.
That's correct.
Um,
Tell me what you're thinking here so far, Carlo. How are you thinking this is gonna turn out? What's your hot take?
I don't think Dexter's out of this just yet. I've seen enough of his Cassie in the last couple of matches to suggest that he has what it takes to take this game against Killjoy's Liu Kang. But you know, Killjoy is just such a strong competitor. It's very difficult to just say, okay, I've won the previous game, I'm gonna win the next one.
Definitely one of our best in Africa, without a doubt. And he's displaying why, you know. So it's definitely an interesting matchup, and I want to see more, Carlo. I want to see more.
Well, Dexter, I think, is hearing you because he's definitely starting this particular match off as if he is not intending to go anywhere anytime soon.
That's what we like to see.
Thinking that, and you know, I mean, to take 5 games against Killjoy, as Mr. 5000 will vouch for,
Yes,
it's no mean feat. So I think already at this point, Dexter can be really proud of himself.
Definitely.
But
And
I don't think he
an
just
impressive
gave you a
showing. 100%. An impressive showing here by Dexter Fury. And the spacing right now by Dexter, very nicely. This Cassie play of his, I must say, is very, very impressive. Just the way he's spacing out Killjoy, you know, just catching these stray hits here and making the most out of them, you know. And gets shimmied there is Killjoy, and he's stuck in the corner here, and that's gonna be going to Dexter. I think you were right, Carlo. I think this is not over just yet. Dexter has a lot more to offer.
And he basically showed his hand there because he came out extremely strong there. He's probably going to give Killjoy something to think about here, because if Killjoy was thinking of closing out the set, and again, you see in the respect shown by Killjoy, giving Dexter a perfect 10. If Killjoy was thinking of finishing the set off now, he's thinking to himself now, he's probably got something to think about, because Dexter's not going out without the fight. He's got 6 games on the board already. It's gone very quickly to Cassie. Obviously, he's tied to that character having won the previous game. And we're going to see an upgraded, I think, from Killjoy here.
I would like to say at this point that as it stands, this is Killjoy's strongest character. As of right now, I mean, we have seen him play multiple characters. We've seen him play multiple characters at a high level. But I would like to say that upgraded is safe to say his strongest at this point in time. So this is going to be the real test here for Dexter.
He was nice. What's happening, says Cassie Cage, to whoever he's chatting on the phone.
Cassie is bae. I swear I love this character through and through. She's like slowly but surely becoming like my favorite MK character of all time.
And she only came into the scene as of MKX, but I know you played quite a bit of Cassie in MKX days as well.
Yeah. She was without a doubt like my favorite character in MKX. Probably in this game as well. I just it's just for a game like this. Yes, she does play neutral, and you know, she has great mids and that kind of stuff well. But a lot of characters just do what she does better. Which is why I struggle, you know, sometimes. And you know, the bad matchup thing and that type of thing. So it is one of those things where you want to be competitive enough to be good, and the character just has bad matchup that you maybe don't want to deal with, you know. But I still think she's very strong, and I still think she's very good. Just maybe not entirely my playstyle, you know. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about characters that they play. Oh, nice 1-1-1 there by Dexter, just showing no respect on wake up there. Forward stagger there, catches Killjoy not blocking, just spacing each other out here very nicely there. Forward 3 tries to backdash, but Cassie catching her there with the back 2 and confirms it to a nice 270 damage combo there. And this is turning around, hey Carlo? I mean, definitely Dexter seemed quite comfortable initially. But I don't know, tell us what you think about Killjoy here.
I think this match is evenly poised at the moment. I mean, it can go either way right now. Dexter with a back grab, closing out that second round. So, you know, as much as you say this is Killjoy's strongest character, Dexter showing no fear here. And, you know, just we saw a couple of moments of disrespect there from Dexter with the wake up buttons, the wake up 1-1. But it's going to be extremely tough for Dexter here. But you know, anything is possible. Dexter showing enough signs that he knows the matchup, he knows what is expected of him. But Killjoy just awake and aware to just about everything that Dexter's trying here. So if the right time is for Dexter to close out this round is going to have to be now. And unfortunately, he hits a crush blow straight to the nose. And Dexter finds himself on the losing end, now down by 9 games to 6. Killjoy 1 game away from taking the set.
And now it's definitely like Killjoy's beaten Mr. 5000 with this character, right? So I mean, it's safe to say that Dexter definitely put up a fight. If he goes down in this game, he definitely played extremely well, and like we are also proud of everybody, you know, competing and participating and doing their best, showing the skills that they have. You guys are like amazing, and you guys deserve more, like as a community as well. So hopefully what we're doing here kind of shows you that Africa has so much to offer, and we can be a part of, you know, the fighting game pro scene in general. So like big shout outs to Dexter. He's played extremely well.
Going into this final game now, Brandon, Dexter obviously showing there that he's going to put all his money on Cassie for the remainder of the set. And I think that's normally a clear sign that who your strongest character is.
Yes,
because I think at the end of a set, whoever you're going to choose as your final character is somebody you want to have the most faith in. And,
yes. Nice combo there by Killjoy in the corner, just a 380 damage there. Spending all his bar, but I think well done there, as he got a nice 380 damage out of it. Doesn't spend the bar there to convert from the combo, and Dexter blocks the low, but unfortunately he staggers into the throw. He's gonna close it out there. So first round goes to Killjoy, and he is now on match point.
Round 2, fight!
Oh, nice little shenanigan there from Killjoy, just trying to scout out an anti-air from Dexter. Unfortunately doesn't go his way, but Dexter does not convert into a lot of damage, so I guess that's kind of okay for Killjoy. Are we starting to see the bags again, Carlo? Are we starting to are we starting to see the bags again? Is Killjoy gonna go out teabagging Dexter here? Oh, and Grace Kick Brutality? Maybe not. Oh, is he gonna mercy? Oh! This is the first to 10 mercy.
I think Dexter already switched off.
But GG's there to everybody that participated. You guys are crazy good. You guys are fucking god tier players. I hope we will do more of these, as we have been, right, Collar?
No, absolutely.
And we're seeing so many more talented players. I don't like to say the word talented because I believe that people just play and practice and they work hard and that's how they get good. So I don't like to say the word talented, but we see a lot of really good players here, especially on Kombat Africa these past few weeks, on your channel as well, Charlie Wolf Gaming. And we aren't done. There's lots more to see, guys. And
there is.
I hope you guys are in for it. This is quite a show. But GG's to AI's Angela, or AI's Angela / Killjoy. Well done. You are absolutely godlike, dude. You are crazy good. We know it. We saw the bags. We saw the mercy. We got you, bro.
But if if I just recap, Brandon, not just
Yeah.
on tonight, but just on Killjoy's most recent performances. He had a main event showing against Mr. 5000, the first 10, which he took very convincingly at the end by 10 games to 5. I believe you and I were on commentary duty that evening as well.
That's right.
I think it was last week, Sunday, when Zambia had their top 8 or their fatal 8 format. Dexter took part in that tournament, but Killjoy met Mr. 5000 again in the grand finals, taking it, I think it was 3 games to 1 over Mr. 5000 as well. And now again, in the main event showing in Kombat Africa Series, going up against Zambia's Dexter Fury. Again, coming up on top, taking it by 10 games to 6. So Killjoy obviously on a hot streak right now. And I believe that if anybody's going to want to see themselves as the champion of the Kombat Africa Series, are going to have to basically overcome AI's Killjoy.
This is a player. This is the player to beat, guys. Right now, as it stands, beating the best in Africa, hasn't lost a set yet, on this crazy streak, doing incredibly well. I mean, definitely the player to beat. So I think you're quite right in saying that, Carlo, that this guy is definitely somebody we are going to see on top a lot more. And that's something that probably he was really good before as well, but it's very cool that Kombat Africa / Quarantine Combat, or whatever they had, kind of brought him in front. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, shoutouts to Dexter. You played out of your mind as well, dude. Like, crazy good. So much respect, and like, you guys are absolutely. Thanks so much for the support, everybody. You guys are dope. But yeah, Carlo.
Yeah, yet another successful night of Kombat Africa. Starting off with Parasurama taking it 5-0 over SNK Saitama. A really strong showing there from Parasurama, and it's what we come to expect from a player like Para. Really patient, really strong, good neutral, good zoning when he needs to zone, good in-your-face play when he needs to be in your face. Really strong showing there. In our second match, we saw, if I'm not mistaken, it was Rashi 2-1-2 going up against Frosh.
Yes.
Frosh taking that by 5 games to 2. It was strictly Kano versus Noob Saibot in that particular set. Kano coming up on top, 5 games to 2. And then our main event, the first to 10 between AI's Killjoy and Dexter Fury. Dexter Fury not doing himself any harm by showing tonight. Really proud of what he's achieved tonight, I'm sure. But unfortunately for Dexter Fury, AI Killjoy proving to be a little bit too strong, taking the set by 10 games to 6. And Brandon, I think that brings us to the end of this evening.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you so much once again for involving me.
Thank you so much for taking time out. We all know, like, everybody's kind of stuck at home in a way. It's probably getting super frustrating, so I hope you guys are kind of managing with that situation right now. But like, thank you so much for like making time, coming through to the stream, supporting African content, which we love and we like appreciate very much. So yeah, follow us on all the socials, guys. Follow Charlie Wolf Gaming, follow my Twitch show 2702. Definitely some honorable mentions are Andy Otam, Panda Bear has a YouTube as well. I'm gonna shout out to like all the Africans. I know that Carlisle also has one, that's #Joker. And then don't forget to subscribe to FGC Africa. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.